Hi everyone, I'm on a cube juggling journey and I'm sharing what I'm learning along the way. The milestone I reached recently was to solve the algorithm JPerm on one cube while juggling in about a minute. So I'm not an expert, but I do have a couple of tips for you to help you make that crucial first turn on one cube while juggling. First things first, you need to know how to juggle. There's a link to my tutorial in the description. What you'll also need to be able to do is to turn a cube one-handed like this. That's called U prime, just twisting the top layer with your index finger. If you can do those two things, then let's dive in. Start with a solved cube and just practice throwing it to the other hand, making the turn. Don't worry about solving it at this point, and don't worry about the cube if it goes into different orientations. That's fine. All we're trying to do is learn the art of catching it and turning it, because we're not going to have a lot of time when juggling to then throw it back afterwards. What you'll find is that you need to get it into a particular point in your hand to enable you to make the turn. The next thing we can do is put it one step away from solved, so that when we catch it, we can solve it. Now what's important here is that we need to keep the unsolved layer on top, so that when we land it in our other hand, we can make the turn we want. The next step, of course, is to put some balls into the mix as well. So we're doing the same thing again, but with balls this time, and we're going to be juggling. So put the cube one step away from solved, and then let's practice throwing the cube with the balls. And what we want to do is, when you're ready and in the hand you want, is to solve the cube when it's in the right place. And remember, give yourself more time by throwing a bit higher than you would normally. So practice keeping the unsolved layer on the top, which is quite tricky to begin with at least. And you might find it moves all over the place. But what you do have is 4 different orientations of the cube to work with. As long as, well, for me, the blue layer is on top, that's okay. And I can be facing the orange, the white, the red, or the yellow, and still make the turn. There we are. And that's solved. That will take a bit of time. It took me a long time to get to that point, but you will quickly make progress. And I'll also share a video about how I practice. In other words, when I do it in the day and how much time I spend doing it, which is probably less than you think it is. So I hope you found that useful. There'll be more tutorials and more cube juggling fun along the way as I learn more. Do subscribe to journey along with me. Thanks for watching. Till next time.